Hi, everybody. This is Ben Foden from Helpfeel, and I'm joined by Nate Brown of CX Accelerator today. Nate and I have a special announcement. We are going to be working together and putting out content for you.
Mm,
And, at Helpfeel, we are all about supporting the practitioner, giving them the tools and the resources that they need to make informed decisions, to advance their careers, and of course, to manage the evolving landscape of AI. Nate, can you share a few words about yourself and what you got going on with CX Accelerator for those who might not already know you?
sure thing. Ben, we got a lot to talk about, and I'm so excited for this partnership. So excited to be able to work with you on developing some things that are going to be really meaningful and help a lot of people. So can't wait to dive into this. So CX Accelerator, it's a nonprofit community for CX professionals that are looking to evolve in every stage of their career journey. So that equipping is near and dear to my heart. Ben, you're an active member in that community, so we like pouring into practitioners, as you said, and that's yet another thing that we get to do as part of this collaboration as well.
Absolutely. I remember very clearly coming across your online identity first because you're just such a standout figure in the community and so active in these conversations. I think it was a LinkedIn post, and it might have even been on recommendation of Sarah Caminiti, who is a
Hmm.
mutual friend of ours.
Hello, Sarah.
Yeah, shout out to Sarah Caminiti, she's great. But we got connected, and then I noticed that you were giving a talk at HDI Sport World Las Vegas last year, and the subject was right on target. Can you summarize a little bit your talk there and tell people, sort of that first moment when we met?
Yeah, I remember just being high as a kite in that room because Chick-fil-A had just presented in that room before and had just given out a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A gift cards. So that was pretty fun. And then I got to talk about knowledge management, which is just the best topic right now. And it is the underpinning of our ability to anchor forward and accelerate forward in terms of change management right now. I like using those two words, Ben, of anchor and accelerate. Let's lock people in to the right things and some continuity, some things they can sink their teeth into and put them on a ship together instead of sending everybody off in jet skis into the storm, which is what I feel like a lot of people are doing right now.
Right.
Then we get to accelerate the change. And knowledge management is where the rubber hits the road when it comes to that. So I was offering up some very foundational ways that we can transform members of the organization into knowledge curators. And everybody gets to play a role in that, especially in the customer service center, where I like to say, let's get smarter together with every customer interaction. And there's ways to make that happen, Ben. And I remember presenting these concepts and seeing you in the room and just locking on eye, you're just smiling and you're just giving me so much energy in there. And then you were the first person I got to talk to after the session, and we were just a kindred spirit on this topic. It was fun.
Absolutely. That's a good segue. I wanted to talk about, some of the shared beliefs that we have about where
Mm,
CX is heading, where it is right now. And this is like one of the big ones, and one of the reasons why, myself and also the CEO of Helpfeel, who was in attendance that day, why we got so excited about working together with you is because we really have the same philosophy about, where the actual levers are to drive progress. And
yeah.
knowledge is obviously one of the big ones. It has been one of the big ones, overlooked and maybe underestimated for a long time. Just informing our teams and informing our people and informing our customers with up to date, relevant information. Um, but now, obviously, in the era of AI and AI agents, that knowledge is the reality that the agent sees, and so it's just becoming a more and more important lever. And we both agree on that, as well as these points about, what does that mean for the organization? What does that mean for people's careers? What does it mean for where the impact is actually dug out of the ground? So yeah, I think that was immediately exciting. Your perspective on it, bringing all of your experience and all of the cases that you've seen, the hands-on that you've done, and knowing that, yeah, this is not just the opinion of one vendor, but this is sort of becoming established knowledge, thanks in large part to you.
Yeah, well, happy to be an evangelist for this. I love your term there, lever, Ben. I mean, we have these exciting levers as CX professionals that we get to pull right now, and the glorious thing is that there's more than one. Like we do have this knowledge lever and enabling the path to elevated self-service
Mhm.
as an example where we can do things that we couldn't even dreamed were possible 5, 6, 7 years ago in terms of creating a truly great experience in that self-service category. But that doesn't mean that the other lever, the people lever, can't also be pulled to create something together that is truly unique and distinctive.
Absolutely. Yes. The human relationships, the humanity, the people are absolutely one of the big levers that people have always been able to pull, honestly. But maybe in all of the AI hype, the nuance there and where that opportunity actually is, maybe it's going by the wayside or being overlooked a little bit in all the commotion. But obviously, whatever tooling you've got, whatever vendor you use, if your team is full of rock stars who are supported and encouraged and engaged, then of course your customers are going to have great experience. And why not pull both levers, right? Well, I'll let you deliver the line, but we
No,
can
you
we can
got two arms, Chuck. You can pull both. It feels to me like people are acting like, oh, we're just going to focus on the technology
right.
and people be darned. Like, we got to figure out this digital ecosystem and implement this and implement that. I don't know what's going to happen over here with these people. We're not really communicating to them right now because we don't really know. Versus, wow, we are pulling both of these. We are elevating our people to be knowledge curators, to
Mhm.
be in lockstep with the new capabilities, to be designing and creating an intimate experience that was not possible before because they didn't have the data, they didn't have the capability. Now they do. So it's like, yeah, let's use both arms with these levers.
Absolutely. Let's do both at once. Let's do it with nuance. Let's make the right calls that actually impact the results we're
Hmm.
trying to get instead of getting lost in all the noise. To
Yeah,
that,
it really
yeah.
bothered. I heard a term yesterday, and I know this term's getting thrown out a lot, Ben, but it was like we're in the era of AI. We're in the age of AI. And I get why people are saying that because it is the thing that's changing our lives right now.
Hmm.
But that's not what we're about. That's not what matters right now. We're leveraging these capabilities to do something better for people.
Right.
CX is about making people's lives better and easier. We're still in the era of humanity and making our lives better. Now we have new capabilities to do that.
Right. Absolutely, yes. I agree. A lot of people are focusing on the tool and not the outcome. It bears repeating, and we appreciate the reminder, Nate. You are a light in this arena.
I'm screaming something. I don't know about a light, but I'm a siren.
Well, it's a good reminder, and so what can people expect from us going forward, right? I wanted to mention a couple of things that we're going to be putting out. So we're going to do some fun videos. We're going to do some quick reactions. You're going to get some hot takes. We're going to do some back and forth. We might look at news articles that are coming out. We might look at trends. We might look at posts that are buzzing on LinkedIn and do our live reactions to those. And so you can sort of go behind the scenes and see what we're thinking, and how my perspective and Nate's perspective might agree or might differ. And then we also want to go and get really deep and really tactical and have some hands-on guides based on real experience of people actually doing the work. So you can go from wherever you are in your journey to become a better CX practitioner, to provide a better customer experience. Wherever you're starting from, we want to have resources that can take you to the next step and have a logical flow there with real actionable content that'll be on the Helpfeel site, and we'll also do some videos around that.
Yeah, our initial brainstorms have just been phenomenal, and I love working with you, Ben. You're so creative. You're so capable of reaching into the context of what folks are struggling with and thinking through what would actually help them in that moment of need. So we're going to have some really helpful stuff. You're going to have a smile on your face, and all of a sudden you're going to learn something.
Well, that is an ideal scenario that I would like to strive for very much. Nate, I appreciate your enthusiasm and your energy in this community. Running into you at events and seeing the presence that you have, it's always been a pleasure. When I always come away with some takeaways and some things I've learned. So I hope
Thank
everybody
you.
else agrees, and I hope that you're excited as I am to see where this goes. So we're going to sign off for now, but you can obviously follow Nate Brown on LinkedIn if you haven't already. Puts out great content regularly. Follow me, Ben Foden. I do the CX Heroes podcast
Good.
and put out educational content as well, plus our collaboration content, which is going to be cross posted across our profiles. So follow along for more, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.